Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be checking out a video titled Top 10 Places to Visit in Bavaria. Let's get right into this video. I hope that I'm impressed. I don't think that I will not be impressed because it is Germany, and after all, Germany, as I've seen thus far, is absolutely beautiful. So I don't think it will be that hard to be impressed by this video. But without further ado, let's get right into this video. And I hope I do see a castle or two. And I hope I do see some mountains and maybe a little bit of snow. I don't know, a beautiful lake, ocean, something. I want to see a lot of good stuff. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into this video. Please do like and subscribe. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right into this video.
What's up guys, my name is Ryan Shirley and I just returned from a road trip across Bavaria and I want to show you some of my favorite places. So here is my Bavaria top 10. Bavaria is home to some of Europe's most magical landscapes, from endless castles to medieval fairy tale towns.
Damn. Damn. Oh my goodness. Holy shit.
Bavaria is a destination that needs to be explored. Let's start this video off in the town of Berchtesgaden. Now I have to say this is one of the most beautiful towns in all of Germany. It's just a 2-hour drive from Munich and it's nestled in the Bavarian Alps. One of my favorite features of Berchtesgaden is the Watzmann Mountain. It's a uniquely shaped peak that towers over the town. It almost looks like someone took a bite out of it. One thing I love about Berchtesgaden is there's so many beautiful churches to explore. One of my favorites is the church in Ramsau. It's right next to this beautiful stream and there's this picture perfect bridge to observe the church from. Another one of my favorites is the Maria Jern Church, which offers a perfect view of the Watzmann Mountain. One of the main reasons I wanted to go to Berchtesgaden was to visit Hitler's Eagle's Nest. Now I'm really fascinated with World War II history and I had to see this place for myself. Now the Eagle's Nest was built in 1939 and was given to Hitler for his 50th birthday. Now to get to the Eagle's Nest, you can take a bus up. When you get to the top, you'll walk through a deep tunnel into the mountain. When I was in there, it was just crazy to think that Hitler walked these same walls. Now at the end of the tunnel, there's a circular...
Like, it's not a proud statement, you know, that he walked those hall or whatever he just said, walls. I think he said walls. It's not a proud statement, but yeah. I would still want to visit it, but it's not the proudest, you know, thing. Like, hey, I walked where Hitler walked. It's not the proudest thing, you know, but pretty cool.
Room that leads you into a golden elevator. Even though the Eagle's Nest and the road leading up to it cost nearly 200 million euros to make, adjusted for inflation, Hitler only visited it on 14 documented occasions. This may be because Hitler was afraid of heights and he was also scared of using the elevator. Thankfully, the Eagle's Nest wasn't destroyed in World War II, and today it's a restaurant with panoramic views. And while you're there, you can hike up some walking paths into the Berchtesgaden National Park, enjoying the incredible sights of this historical destination. Afterwards, we're going to head back to Berchtesgaden to visit the Lake Kunensee. Now the lake was created by glaciers, which makes it feel like you're in a fjord you'd see in Norway or New Zealand. When I was there, we took a boat ride to the end of the lake. It cost around 15 euros and took about 50 minutes to cross the lake. Now the first stop was to the famous St. Bartholomew's Church. We kept going and we reached the end of the lake. We then hiked about 10 minutes to reach Obersee. I mean, just home to this iconic lake hut, and the scenery there is just astounding. I mean, the lake's so clear, and it's just surrounded by massive mountain walls that are hard to explain. I mean, I just had a great time enjoying the scenery around the lake. Definitely got to explore
it's pretty good, man.
And Obersee while you're in Berchtesgaden. Now afterwards, we're going to visit the magical village of Rothenburg. Now when you go to Rothenburg, you'll feel like you're walking in a fantasy movie. It's one of the most preserved medieval old towns in all of Europe. During the Middle Ages, Rothenburg thrived as it was located at the crossroads of European trade routes. At the beginning of the 15th century, it rose to becoming the second largest city in all of Germany, but during the 17th century, Rothenburg faced adversities such as the 30-Year War and the bubonic plague. Without much resources, Rothenburg's growth was halted, which aided in keeping the town preserved in its medieval state. Today, Rothenburg maintains its medieval charm, and it's been the inspiration for sets of Disney movies such as Pinocchio. If you go, you can check out...
Oh yeah, I have a feeling that Shrek was inspired by this as well. Like, there's no way Shrek wasn't inspired by this. Like, that's the first thing that comes to my mind.
The famous Plowing Corner, or witness the beautiful Christmas markets. I mean, just hard to beat the allure of this German village. From Rothenburg, you can make the 3-hour drive to the beautiful city of Munich, also known as Bavaria's capital. Munich is located in the south of Germany, about 50 kilometers from the Alps. During World War II, Munich was heavily bombed by over...
You can go there? What?
70 air raids, but today the city is restored to its former beauty. One of the most popular spots is the Marienplatz, Central Square. You'll find the new town hall with its stunning clock tower and historical figurines. After Munich, we're going to head to the top of Germany to visit the Zugspitze mountain. Now, with a height of 2,962 meters, easily one of the most impressive mountains in all of Germany, Zugspitze is located south of Garmisch-Partenkirchen, and the easiest way to reach the top of the mountain is by a cable car. It costs around 60 euros, and it's one of the biggest gondolas I've ever been in.
Damn.
It holds several world records, including the longest free span in a cable car.
I would definitely do that. I would do that. It would be fun to get up there just by hiking, but I don't know how, difficult it would be. So taking the cart would be pretty ideal. 600 hours is not bad.
The distance of more than 3,000 meters, honestly an engineering phenomenon and a little scary going up. The cable car is quite the experience, and once you reach the top, you can explore the mountain station. I mean, it really blew me away up there. It totally reminded me of an evil villain's lair. There's a great restaurant and platforms to observe the scenery below. One thing that I thought was interesting is you can walk through this tunnel and it'll take you to the Austrian side of Zugspitze. Now, from the platform on the German side, you can see the summit cross. Me and my brother decided we wanted to climb to the top. The snow made it a little sketchy, but we held on tight to the iron wire and climbed a ladder and made it to the cross. I mean, the views were unreal up there. I mean, if you go in the summertime, I'm sure it's not as sketchy to summit this. Now, after Zugspitze, you can take the cable car down to visit the lake Eibsee. Now, it's known as the Maldives of the Alps with its clear water and tree-dotted islands. I mean, the color of the water there is astounding. Now, if you have time, I definitely recommend walking along the lake. It's full of beautiful groves of trees and a perfect place to relax on the shoreline and enjoy some Bavarian nature. Now, afterwards, we're going to head over to Wagenbrüssee. This is one of the most scenic places in all of Bavaria. I mean, I was just baffled by this place. It's this beautiful little lake nestled in the mountains, and it's full of farm sheds that dot the hillside. Now, the lake is overlooked by the perfectly placed Karwendel Alps, and it reminded me a lot of Alpe d'Huez in the Dolomites. I had such a fun time exploring here. I just walked down a little dirt road to get there, and it was a spectacular place to enjoy the Bavarian sunset. I mean,
he's lucky. That's all I got. He's lucky because I'm over here wanting to visit and I can't. Like, it costs money to do all of this, man. So he's really lucky. Like, it's not easy to do this. He's pretty lucky.
Definitely one of the highlights of my trip. I'm jealous of all the farmers who have sheds there. After, we're going to head to the beautiful town of Füssen. Now, located right at the foot of the Bavarian Alps, Füssen is a 700-year-old medieval city full of old world charm. Its streets are lined with cobblestones, and you feel like you're walking back in time as you explore it. I just love all the classical German houses, and I think it's so cool how the milky blue River Lech runs right next to the town. The crowning feature of Füssen is the High Castle. I mean, just adds so much character to the town. If you really want to go back in time, I mean, you just gotta give Füssen a visit. Now, for our final destination, we're going to visit the iconic Neuschwanstein Castle. I have to say that it is the most beautiful castle in all Europe. It's what inspired Disney's Sleeping Beauty castle. I mean, it's just the perfect place for a princess. Now, the castle is nestled at the very tip of southern Germany. Neuschwanstein Castle is placed perfectly in the mountains with a phenomenal 360 view of the Bavarian Alps and the town below. The construction of the castle began in 1869. During World War II, the SS debated
okay, it's not too old. Like, you got older castles than that.
Blowing up the castle to prevent it from falling into the enemy's hands, but thankfully it never happened. Today, the castle receives over 1.4 million visitors a year, so it's definitely a tourist hotspot. When I was there, we walked around the castle. When you're up close, you realize how huge it really is. King Ludwig had some imagination. Anyways, I found a great vantage point in the trees with a perfect view of the castle. I just can't get over the beauty of this place. It's truly something out of a Disney fairy tale. Afterwards, you can walk around Alpsee. It's another picturesque alpine lake with views of the Hohenschwangau Castle. Now, another incredible spot nearby is St. Coloman's Church. It's located just a few minutes away and has a splendid view of the castle and the Bavarian Alps. One of my favorite memories of my time in Bavaria was just enjoying the sunset at the church, just marveling at the green pastures and overall scenery. Bavaria truly is a magical place. Well, that is it for my Bavaria top 10.
Bavaria is beautiful. It's beautiful.
Let me know where your favorite place is in Bavaria in the comments below. I also started a relaxation channel where I post hour-long films with calming music to bring some peace and nature in your life.
Man, they say money doesn't buy happiness. It sure does. Because if I had the bread, I would definitely be on this visit right now, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, wow. Like, the amount of things that you can see in Germany is astonishing. It's really beautiful. It's very, very beautiful. I honestly thought to myself that Germany is beautiful, right? But the more you watch, it's the more you realize, wait a minute, Germany is extremely beautiful. It's not just beautiful. It's like a lot of beauty, you know? And shout out to the Germans, you know, for holding it down and keeping some of these things around, because Germany has been through so much different, you know, fights where, you know, Germany was not necessarily doing very well in those fights. And for some reason, you guys still have a lot of your buildings standing, so that's pretty amazing. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and yeah, lucky you. I'm out of here. Peace.